Hi guys, Starkiller1 here, and we are on to the second video of this latest series. As a reminder, I'm testing out the Night Sisters. I think that they are one of the best offensive teams in the game, and with the easy to acquire talents of Ventress, Daka and Talia, and the increasingly high likelihood that people will have Zombie at a usable level, and the potential that people will now have a usable Mother Talzin, who really is purely there for her leadership. This is a team that can be run by somebody with relatively low resources in the game, and effectively none of these big, difficult to get characters. That said, Mother Talzin is still not easy to get, but the potential is there that there are people who now have her in the game, albeit at a lower star level. Anyway, that was the thinking. I just think they're a very, very strong team for very limited resources. I said I made a mistake a few days ago and I left the team in with 2 characters completely demodded, and the team held in the top 15. So, respect to them. I do think on defense, Acolyte adds an extra element of making it a nasty timeout team, and therefore can be interesting from that point of view. In offense, though, I really like this setup. I like this setup based predominantly on Plague. So let's get on with that, and we'll see how we do. Now again, because this counter-attacking nature of this team, I didn't want to kind of lose Mother Talzin straight away. So we've just approached it in a slightly different way this time. Because you can spread Plague through the specials just as well as you can spread Plague through Mother Talzin's first ability. So here, I'm managing to dispel and spread Plague at the same time. And now there's a fair bit of it out there already if I use Mother Talzin's special. And you can see, there's just now an awful lot of very unpleasant looking stuff going on there. And it's just going to start adding and adding and adding. And of course, while they're attacking Zombie, they're also allowing me the possibility of gaining strength through Ventress. So we will obviously happily keep doing that. And let's have my team back. And of course, once Ventress gets to the point she's hitting hard enough, you have insta-kill on anybody, and with that insta-kill, instant revive on all your characters. And as great as Commander Luke is, we'll just dose him a few times with some Plague, and he will wither and die. So there you go. So, this is a Night Sisters team that's set up predominantly based on the Plague mechanic rather than on Ventress being super hard. But the fact that Ventress, with that Zeta, if you have it, does hit super hard, really does kind of come into its own as you move through. Okay, so if we move straight through, I'll have a go at the next guy. Obviously, each different team you have is a slightly different challenge. Like I said, I love these Commander Loot teams because the main thing is just to not commit suicide in a kind of wasteful way against these teams. Now this is going to be a little bit more challenging. Now I need a legitimate kill in order to get the job done here. So we will certainly try and do that. I think we're going to target Thrawn just because we'd like to get rid of him before his fracture comes back around anyway. Okay. See, our Strawn's getting weaker here. The potential is there to finish him off in one. That's unfortunate. And that's going to help me a little bit, because now I should be able to... interesting question. Is Thrawn just going to die on his own? That could be a bit complicated. Okay. Well, there's no option here, so we're going to have to go for it. And fingers crossed. There we go. Okay. Because there's always the danger. You see, they get the dodge. And if they actually, with the RNG, if you actually don't kill them off with the second character coming in, well, of course, you've then lost your opportunity. And that is super frustrating, because that is one of the ways that this team can lose. But like I say, yeah, it doesn't happen too often, but that would have been an interesting moment. So now, you see, we're kind of back into this thing. I'm getting characters back. This should be the end of R2. No, not the end of R2, okay? So R2 will die now, which will get me a character back. Han Solo will die now, and I'm back to full team. So this is just kind of really great leadership, and I'm predominantly trying to play using the plague mechanic. Against some of the teams, that's harder. Against Jedi training raid teams, the plague mechanic is great, so that's worth thinking about. We will just get rid of Luke so that we can continue on our journey. Okay, so that's another couple of battles done. Thank you for watching. I'll be back very soon with the last few matches of this arena climb. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.